Billionaire, Fox News host and a real estate tycoon. These are just a few of Donald Trump's controversial picks to fill his cabinet and create a new era in American politics. For more, we're joined by Bill Shorten and Jane Hume live from Melbourne. Good morning to you two. Bill, you're first up. You've called Trump's views barking mad in the past. Do you regret those hurtful comments now?
They were said in 2016. Congratulations to Mr. Trump. He has won the election. Mind you, I'm in good company for having had some views. I don't know who amused me more about their views on Donald Trump, whether it was Josh Frydenberg, James Patterson, the Liberal, but John Howard said about Donald Trump that the umpire had put his finger up and so Mr. Trump should walk. So, yeah, anyway, I'd be curious to see
That's
what
hardly the
Big
same.
Bopper John Howard
you're
thinks
saying
now.
all that congratulations through very gritted teeth, Billy.
No, I think my mouth was open.
But the teeth are still gritted. Jane, Peter Dutton says Kevin Rudd is a captain's pick. Is it time he packed his bags for Noosa?
Well, look, that's a decision for Anthony Albanese. Anthony Albanese did handpick his ambassador to the US in Kevin Rudd, and obviously Kevin Rudd, like Bill, have said some rather interesting things about the President-elect Trump in the past. But we should be very clear, Australia's relationship with the US is an enduring one. It's endured different people in the Lodge as it has different people in the White House, and it will continue to do so because we have that shared experience, shared values, shared culture, and a really important strategic and economic relationship that will continue no matter what.
Kevin Rudd should stay then.
Well, that's up to Anthony Albanese.
Come on, Jane, you've got an opinion.
No.
All right.
He was the one that put him there. I think he's the one that has to make the decision as to whether that relationship can be deepened and broadened rather than diminished.
All right. Billy, you're in rare form this morning. I can feel it. You love Kevin Rudd, adore him, think about him all the time. Is it time?
Well, not that often. Not that often, technically.
Oh, that's really spooky.
Is it time he came home?
I feel there's a question here, Carl. Well, I think there's a very important principle, and I would expect Jane, as a patriotic Australian, to second this. Australia picks its representatives, not other countries. I mean, maybe the Liberals are having a little chortle about Kevin Rudd in terms of Washington, but what if China decides they don't like our ambassador? What if Iran decides they don't like our representative? You know, like at the end of the day, you're either on Team Australia and we pick our team, or you let other people around the world pick our team for us. So I think that, you know, this little bit of hand-wringing and it's up to Mr Albanese. Well, I think there's an important principle. Do Aussies pick Australian representatives or do the rest of the world?
All right, the US election result means the US economy might bounce a little, and our Reserve Bank says interest rates might stay where they are until after the next election. It's obviously not going to worry you, Bill, but one thing's for certain, the cost of living will cost Labor at the next election in any event.
Are you asking me that question? If that's the case, well, I think that what we've been doing as a government is quite remarkable. Our unemployment rates are lower than a lot of our comparator nations. When we came in, Senator Humes' team left us with inflation with a 6 in front of it. Last month it was down to a number with a 2 in front of it. We're going to focus on looking after everyday Aussies, and we'll see what the rest of the world does, and we'll just deal with it as that comes.
Bill, are you seriously saying Australians have never had it so good? Quite frankly, if there was one lesson that we could learn from the US election, it was that when the economy is going down, when the economy is tanking, when your people are hurting in their hip pocket, they want to see a change, and that's exactly what we're seeing here in Australia. The cost of living has run out of control. Our economic resilience has gone backwards. That's the biggest risk we face now.
Jane, you're now in the naughty corner. I did not say what you just said. I said that people have had it so good. You know I didn't say that. I actually said that when you were in power, you left us with a 6% plus inflation rate. We've got it down to 2%. But at no point in that interview, and I will challenge you to go back in the transcript, because I'm calling you out, this is a standard bit of Liberal rhetoric here, that when we say there have been some improvements to the inflation rate, You guys then segue into a dishonest lie and say, oh, we're telling people how good they've had it. Never said that.
All right.
And that's
Bill,
not the
let
world
me
I live in.
challenge you. Are people better off than they were when you came to government?
Oh,
And
there
the
we are.
answer
That's
is
Donald
a
Trump.
Clear no. Clear no.
Get used to that question, Bill.
Well, I love it when you answer your own questions, Jane. First of all, when it
Want
comes
to try and answer it
inflation,
differently?
the inflation rate is lower. Well, no, Jane, if you ask the question, you've got to listen to the answer. First of all, inflation is further down. I think
Okay.
Australians are doing it hard because of the mortgage rate increases.
All right.
But, you know, just don't verbal us, mate. People hate it when politicians do that.
All right, just finally, guys, because this is enthralling for me to watch, and it looks like, Jane, you are winding up Bill beautifully this morning. The PM says Australia will attempt to stop a trade war between the States and China as a trusted middle power. Also, Donald Trump has stunned the Pentagon this week, nominating Fox presenter Pete Hegseth as Defence Secretary. Billy, where would you like to send me to utilise my skills on the international circuit or inside government?
Listen, you are without a doubt the ambassador we need in these tough times because Karl Stefanovic is the ambassador for good times. So I don't think we have a consulate in Ibiza. But
Oh, that's low.
I could get you with a margarita and a hat, you know, I think, oh, yes. So there you go. You'd be the ambassador for good times, Carlos.
All right, thank you, Billy. I'll take that one. Good on you, Jane. Thank you so much. Sarah.
Thank